Hey, I'm gonna get the link. I'm gonna start sharing. I also deactivated the overlay because I think it's gonna get in the way when I try to dialogue for whoever's watching. So no overlay for visual novel streams, I guess. Hi guys, that's a lot of people. Hi. Yeah, I love Homestuck too. We used to have a lot of Homestuck authors, like a lot. But things happen and they aren't around anymore. But like I have 100%, I'm 100% sure that by interacting with this whole thing again, they're gonna pop up again. So yeah, that's cool. So nice to meet you, May. I've heard about you. Good things, good things. Let me check off. Yeah, I think everything is fine. The befriendments now. That's a little boring. Anyway, okay. Let's start. Let us begin. Thank God that I don't have to buy the volumes. I remember back then, like waiting for every volume. Actually, I remember the troll call. The troll call was a really cool thing that happened. I am a kitty. We're doing well. Actually, I think this is the most amount of people we've had on our stream like ever. So it's very nice to have you guys along. Thank you for the raid, Rubert. Love you, Rubert. Okay, I think we're gonna start with volume one. Okay, you go get food. Go feed yourself. You should feed yourself now. You are a helpful kitty. Thank you. Let us begin. Volume 1. You have just crash landed on a planet called Alternia and staggered from the smoldering wreckage of your ship. You are now completely alone in a strange world, desperate for information, for provisions, and possibly a bit of medical attention. Most of all, you are desperate for friendship. Won't someone on this god-forsaken rock be your buddy? Any weirdo will do. You're not that picky. Hang on. What's this now? Is someone approaching? Okay, which one do we go with? Ardata or Diamond? Hot dog guy or Riska Light? I wish I could do like events like polls or something, but unfortunately I am a console player. That is one vote for Ardata. I hope I'm saying your name right and not butchering it with my Brazilian accent. Yeah, okay. Sounds like everyone is tipping on the girl that is totally not Vriska 2. Vriska Light. I genuinely believe Vriska is such an icon that she genuinely has become like an archetype. Like, this is a Vriska type character, you know? Okay, I think I'm gonna go with Ardata since most everyone is going after her. So, Also, thank you for the follow, whoever just followed me, since I was on 18 and now I'm 19. Yay! Yippee! Anyway, okay. Yes, someone is approaching. A strange gray-skinned alien clad in blue. Perhaps it will make for a good friend. Oh, dear God. And just what are you supposed to be? Your stemmery reply eventually conveys that you are a lost traveler who is hungry and probably in need of some medical treatment. You're also really lonely, and you wouldn't mind making a new friend right about now. Oh, oh my. Oh, how funny this is. How very droll. You want to be my friend? It's too much. This thing at my doorstep, wishing to know me in any capacity. The hilarity somehow escapes my ability to capture with my maniacal laughter. How rare. You apologize for your presumptuous request. You hang your head, turn around, and begin to walk away. And just what the fuck do you think you are doing? Who invited you to leave? You stop in your tracks obediently and turn to face her again. Your possibly broken ribs are throbbing pain, but this does not strike you as the right moment to exhibit weakness. It dawns on me that we may have gotten off on the wrong Santa Pod. Where are my manners? Ghastly behavior on my part. After all, it isn't your fault you seem to be some sort of hideous freak, is it? And such a tragic creature cannot be held responsible for such a devastating shortfall of social competence. I would weep for you, really, except the crying out of three eyes at once gets a bit messy. So, instead, I think I'll be saving my tears for someone less offensively worthless. Yeah, I gotta check on the music. Hold on. Music volume. There we go, I think that's good. Yeah, it was hella loud at the start. Goddamn. Okay. You aren't sure if she's inviting you inside, or if she just got you to stay a little longer, so she could insult you a little more. You try to remain stoic, while your confrontational new friend decides what to do with you. Unfortunately, you sniffle slightly. Oh, oh my, oh dear, you're sad? So amusing to me, mildly endearing even. Perhaps I'll decide later if it's endearing. Once I have more information, it's entirely possible I retroactively decide it's disgusting. But for now, try to put yourself at ease. You completely pitiful fool. No one wants to know. Do you understand? You're not, well, practicing exemplary control over your nose. You have gotten yourself so agitated. I wonder why. You have nothing to worry about from me. Of course I will be your friend. Conditionally, I mean. Conditional. I hate being a second English, please. Oh my god. Conditionally, I mean. There's a chance the designation will be formalized if you behave in ways that I'll approve of starting now. Let's call it a friendship in progress. Agreed? You have, well, this is what you've been waiting for. A new friend. Oh gosh. All I have to do now is try not to fuck up anything up at all. Possibly for many hours. Come into my hive. This way. After me. You look like you could use some nourishment. I don't know what it is whatever you are eats. Generally. But it doesn't matter. You eat whatever it is I have on hand. If I tell you to, how does that sound? How does it sound? Okay, I think this is the part where I save. Option? Yeah, okay. Also, I think the music is still a little bit too loud. I'm gonna put it down a little bit more. There we go, I think that's good. Uh, it sounds fine, I guess. Yeah, I think that's a little too. I think that's a little too gutsy. So I'll go with this. I'll go like be a little submissive. See if that works. It sounds good. I'll do whatever you say. Obviously, it sounds good. You'll definitely enjoy it. You enjoy everything I provide you with and tell you to do. I can imagine any sort of negativity or disagreement coming from one of my friends. I will assume that we will share this philosophy when it comes to friendship. You say, oh yes, absolutely. You nod as enthusiastically as you can without aggravating your broken ribs. Okay, hi kitty. You recognize giving her a thumbs up as well until you realize one of your arms is probably broken too. You try to make sure she doesn't notice though. It would probably leave a bad impression. Come with me, there's something I need your help with. You follow her into her hive. It's a bit gloomy in here. You suppose she's going to fix you something to eat soon, as promised. You pass through the kitchen, out the other side, through another room? Okay, you guess dinner can wait. This way, try not to let any of your broken limbs slow you down. A good friend wouldn't allow such trifling physical ailments cause me any inconvenience. Oh, so you guess she does know you're injured? Fair enough. Fair enough. You hobble a little faster, though another door into a much darker room, and now down a flight of stairs? It's hard to see. There are torches along the wall ahead. A monstrous noise rumbles below. Don't mind her. She's just hungry. She's always hungry, though. What's that? You hungry too? I have not forgotten. What sort of piece of shit friend you take me for? You didn't remind her that you're hungry. You started though. Can she read your mind? You hope not. That's going to make this friendship in progress a bit awkward. Here we are. This is where you will be from most useful to me as a friend. You look around with a sense of relief. You see no sign of whatever hungry thing was rumbling down here. You are less relieved to see several other kids trapped in cages of various shapes and sizes. One of them makes eye contact with you. The boy is the same kind of alien as her, horns and all. He has a dark red symbol on his shirt. The expression seems to plead with you. He struggles to say, help. Your new friend looks unamused and twitches her finger. Help, blow, he says. Help, blow. But by which I mean help, hello, of course. Looks like you're the new friend in progress, chosen by the great and beautiful Ardata. She's my savior, my reason for being. I am nothing without her. I'd hollow myself out and let her make neat, a nest inside of me, if she'd permit it. You turn away from this boy. You don't want to hear anything he has to say, ever again. Don't mind him. He's always regarded himself as a comedian. Come over here. This is what I need your help with, if you're going to have any value to me as a friend. You led to a dank corner of this, well, we're going to call it like you see it, this dungeon. Your new friend has a dungeon full of sad, suffering children, and presumably a monster lurking somewhere in here as well. It's not ideal. Then again, social beggars like you can be choosers. I've been having an awful time with it. You can do it for me. It will save me some time. You look at this thing in question. You doubt she's been having an awful time with it. You doubt this because it's still in its box, looking completely untouched since it was brought down here. It's a box containing a table? A table that looks ominously like it was designed to keep a person strapped to its surface. I wanted you to assemble it. Here's a screwdriver, in case you need it. I will assume other required tools are contained within the box. You take the screwdriver with your non-broken arm. This isn't exactly what you had in mind. You don't know what you had in mind, really. A warm meal and friendly banter? Perhaps a sling for your arm? And a remedial balm for your ribs? Still, you open the box without protest. Hold on, before you start. This will make for excellent content. My fans will appreciate this. He sets up a video recording device on a tripod and points it at you. A video feed comes to life on several monitors just behind you. You see in one corner of a screen an unflattering angle of your torso hunched over the furniture box. E-girls, am I right? Haha. I'm kidding. My assumption is that she's probably like makes gore tube videos or whatever. I mean, it's kind of on the nose, to be honest. Also, I should tell you guys, I'm pretty much doing a blind run. I've only ever watched like one single Friendsim chapter, and was like I forgot their name, but it's like the Gold Blood with the vaporwave aesthetic. That was the single chapter I've read, so like everything else is new to me. Other rectangles contain shots of the other kids and cases around the room. You suppose cameras are pointing at them too. You had no idea this friendship came with the spark of instant stardom. Now you may begin. He's suddenly sitting in a comfortable looking chair facing you and holding a chalice, twisting around some viscous liquid it contains. You have all the pots spread out on the floor, organized accordingly to their labels and their instructions. You try to remember the last time you assembled something like this. Don't recall enjoying it, to be perfectly honest. This doesn't look like it will be fun at all. She frowns conspicuously. Oh, how sad for you. I'm sorry. Is this activity not your liking? You should have vigorously that no, it actually looks amazing. You love shit like this. What you were born for, you say. Have you switched this screwdriver around to demonstrate your plainly evident skill with the tool? Forget the thing you just done. Completely arbitrary and wrong thoughts pop into your head all the time. It means nothing, you swear. Yes, I hear that a lot. Continue. You open a little bag full of screwdrivers. Jesus, these are like 50 screws to this thing. Where could most of these screws possibly even go? Judging from the picture, the table really doesn't seem that complicated. You look at your screwdriver, then study the screws. Every single one requires a needle wrench. Does this even come with a needle wrench? Oh, Allen wrench. My bad. Not Eden. No. Does this even come with an Allen wrench? The instructions seem to suggest it does. You look around, but don't see one. Did you open the bag too forcefully? Did the Allen wrench go bouncing off into a dark dungeon crevice nearby? Maybe you lost some of the screws too. Damn it. You begin to sweat and look around nervously. You check underneath one of the parts. No, it's not under there. Push the screwdriver a little tighter. You wonder what to do next. Okay, I'm gonna save again. Just do your best to simulate table. This is what friends are for, yeah sure. You decide it would be best not to complain about the missing Allen wrench. Your friend will probably consider it bad form if you just make do and twist in all the screws by hand as best as you can. Your both economies to make this any easier. You favor the other one and prop pieces into place precariously, leaning against each other while you nudge them into position with your legs so the screw holes align. It's really frustrating work, you're not going to lie. As you are twisting the first screw, the grooves lip, and then the screw gets stuck. But you already turned it too tight, now it's too hard to get it out. You twist in reverse harder. But your fingers slip and the table pieces start to slide. They're going to fall. You act to catch them, but it's too late. The heavier piece tips over and slams you in the broken ribs on its way to the floor. It hits the floor with a bang. The stuck screw pops out and goes bouncing 10 to 15 feet away, settling deep underneath a piece of dungeon furniture. God, you're probably going to need to get that. You hear a light chuckle. Good. Good. She takes another sip from her chalice and settles even more comfortably into her chair. Is she enjoying this? You think she's enjoying watching you struggle to put this stupid thing together? Maybe a little too much. Nevertheless, you continue. A friend is a friend, and you don't like to let your friend down. You committed yourself to this project. He is so mean. Like, okay, I thought she was gonna like butcher me or something, do some really generic alien thing, troll thing, but no, she's just like, I guess, streaming me doing some cringe ass shit and not knowing how to settle up a table, and that's really funny. Ignoring the children stuck in cages, but you know, you will get the screw out from under there a bit later. Maybe when you need the final screw, you turn your attention back to the table pieces and try a different strategy. You place the biggest part, the table platform, flat on the floor. The legs will be pointing upward if they were attached. You position one leg in the right spot, in alignment with the holes. Sit on the table platform and steady the leg with your feet. Grab another screw and concentrate. He sounds so pleased. It's strange to admit it, but watching this sort of activity makes someone so happy. When you also have to admit you're taking a certain pride in it, it's wonderful actually. You feel useful, wanted, important even. If only someone menially, you're a great new friend who has discovered a way for your talent to improve her life. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice one of the cage kids reaching out with his hand. He's concentrating. Then you notice this screw you lost slowly slide out from underneath its hiding place. Nice. Everyone's working like a team down here. Adata does not look at the kid, but sneers a bit. She races toward him, and he appears to have trouble breathing. After a moment, you notice the screw slowly slides back into the thing. She releases him from his breathing problems, resumes her pleasant expression, and takes another sip from the chalice. You guess that was against the rules? You decide to make a note of it. Your friend runs a tight ship down here. You respect that. About an hour later, you have all four legs on, plus some accoutrements attached. You wrestle mindfully with the thing to get it upright, touching your only good arm. It seems you may have forgotten about the final missing screw. You doubt the table needs it. You decide you won't bring it up if you want. You give it a test. It's pretty wobbly since you were only able to tighten the screw with your bare fingers, but again, she doesn't seem to mind. She reclines and has a look on her face which makes her appear absolutely enamored of your handwork. She has finished her drink and the chalice is on a side table. Some awful looking thing crawls around the floor toward her. It looks like some sort of spider, the size of an average dog. His abdomen is preposterously large. Actually, you think it's a huge dick? That's what it looks like. It settles just in front of her. She puts her leg on top of it and crosses them. It settles under their weight and grumbles. Let's try it out, shall we? You shrug and sit down on the rather rickety table. You're about to lie down, but she interrupts you. No. You fool. You absolute fool. What do you think you're doing? That's not what I meant. Get up. You stand up, embarrassed. Again, without looking at the caged kid, she raises an arm toward him and beckons. He stares blankly and opens his own cage, which apparently wasn't locked. He shuffles vacantly over to your table and lies down on its surface. She looks at you expectantly. She wasn't sure what to do. What? You didn't think I'd be playing table stickball on that thing, did you? You aren't sure what table stickball is. Oh, you really are pretty simple, aren't you? It's like a miniature version of arena stickball played on a table. Got it? You don't. You do not. Now go to it. You shackle the kid's arm and legs to the table. That seems to be the right thing to do, since the thing comes fitted with shackles. She gets up and lifts her huge stick like bat. It makes more grumpy noises. She plops the enormous thing right down on the kid's chest. He appears rendered, unable to protest. The tick bites the boy's neck and begins to fade. She smiles and pats its swelling abdomen. Dark, rust-colored blood dribbles from the place where it has attached to the boy's neck. Moments go by while she looks gratified by the process. Proud almost. Then she looks at you expectantly. Well, you don't know what she means. The final screw. Are you going to retrieve it and screw it into wherever it needs to go? The job isn't done. I don't keep the company of many individuals who leave things unfinished, you know? Of course, what were you thinking? You should have known your friend wouldn't let that go unnoticed. Actually, you feel like an idiot for thinking it would. Aw, thank you. I don't actually talk like this much generally, so it gets a little rough on my throat, but you know, practice practice makes perfect. You stoop very low to the ground, on your knees, placing your cheek just above the floor. You peer under the large edifice. It's dark in there and goes back a ways. Lots of room for that darn little screw to roll. You can feel pitiful swipes with your good arm, but come up empty. It must be further back. You think you can see it? Yeah, that must be it. Just a little further. God, yeah, I should have gotten like water bottle. I didn't. Well, that's for the next stream. I'm probably gonna be streaming this for like a long while, because I wanna get through all of the chapters and also Pesta Quest. I also bought Pesta Quest, so Pesta Quest is next after I finish Friendsim. I also haven't watched all of the Pesta Quest chapters, so some of them are gonna be news to me. I fucking love Pesta Quest, man. You have an idea. A tool will be helpful. Guess the screwdriver will come in handy after all. How did she know? Your new friend must be very wise. You think you'll like him more every minute. Stockholm Syndrome? That's so Stockholm. You grab the screwdriver and feel around with it. Yes, you got it, you think. You carefully scrape it closer to yourself, and then pick it up. You then go back to the table and find the one remaining hole you left unscrewed. You slide it under the table as a mechanic would with a car. There it is. The table is creaking wobbly quite a bit now. The thing is really getting into its dinner, it seems. All the loose screws in the table have added up to a lot of given leeway in the overall stability of the furnishing. Maybe the final screw will help. Our data has returned to the setup for the monitors. She's adjusting some settings on the feed, controlling the zoom on the camera, and typing some remarks into the chat window. This is very good material today. It's not often that I can provide content of this caliber to my subscribers. She's a YouTuber, guys. Oh my god. Like, she makes cringe compilations, people trying to make furniture. Go on, complete your project. This will be very good. You still think it's weird that she likes watching you put furniture together so much, but you're not one to judge friends. Sounds like a great way to lose friends, honestly. You screw in that final screw, but the stresses on the table are constantly holds to be misaligned. This won't be easy. The huge tick shifts its grotesque body above you, causing the table to creak loudly. You nervously slide halfway out from under the table to check it out. Then a loud pop. Then the sound of scraping metal. 6 or 7 screws shoot out from the desk like rivets in a sinking submarine. What a piece of shit this thing is. You took a little too late. You really needed that Allen wrench. All four legs played dramatically out from underneath it at once, like a baby deer on ice. The table platform comes crushing down on your lower torso, breaking your pelvis. You bellow in pain, and flail to polish that out. You forget that you're still holding this screwdriver. In your desperate flailing, you plunge a screwdriver into the fat abdomen of the tick, which begins gushing rust blood with great force, spraying your entire upper body and face. The beast starts thrashing wildly and screaming. You can't see your new friend due to the blood in your eyes, but you can't imagine she's thrilled about what's going on here. Your annihilated pelvis is in perfect agony. You have to get your miserable torso out from under the shitty table. You have an idea. With your broken arm, you start slapping the big ass of the screaming dick while yelling, "Yeehaw!" You clutch the screwdriver handle with your other hand hard. The blood-gushing monster starts kicking and rearing, then blasts off across the dungeon floor like a pig at a rodeo. You hold on for dear life, still blind, but your plan works. You've pulled out from under the tomb you spent the last hour constructing for yourself. Your pelvis is in ruins, but at least you're free now, and riding like the wind. As you and the blood-spewing tick go tearing around the room, crashing to stop, you hear a boy crying. You guess the daughter became distracted enough by your foolish display to see her paralyzation method on him. Or maybe distracted is the wrong word. Maybe she's disappointed by your foolishness? Oh god, you might be blowing it right now. Okay, sleep well, Hades. I love you. Bye. The tick swerves suddenly and starts running up the stairs. Ow, ow, ow. Your brittle pelvis feels every step of the way up. It careens through the rest of the hive, crashes through the front door, then comes to a sudden halt. You've catapulted violently over its backside and sailed 50 yards through the air. You land on your ass and wipe the blood from your eyes. Okay, this was embarrassing. But everyone makes mistakes, right? You can salvage this friendship. You know you can. You turn back to look at her hive. Adata is standing in her doorway with a furious look on her face. She's flipping you off. You will not be my friend. Well, that sucked. At least I tried. Okay. I'm curious about the first option. I'm gonna say it sounds fine, I guess. Let's see what happens. Get the fuck out of my face now, come back. Are you kidding me? Okay, I guess. Okay, I guess. That was quick. I love this game, what the hell? That was so good. Alright. Okay, get the hell out of there, I guess. Wait, so... I guess we're just not friends with our data, I guess. I mean, no matter which option I get, I'm just not doing anything for her, so... First, you clear your head and try to think innocent thoughts. Fluffy clouds in the sky, ironing some clothes, a winning touchdown pass from the sports, Adata's long black hair spilling over her cloak. Wait, these are not innocent thoughts. Shut it down. Shut it down! There's no time for thinking. You have to act. You hurl the screwdriver at her and run. She calmly lifts her hand toward one of the kids in the cages. The kid tenses up and lifts her hand in the direction of the screwdriver. The screwdriver freezes midair, right in front of Adata's head. You run up the stairs. She twitches her finger. The kid does a full body spasm, and the screwdriver goes sailing toward you. It stabs deeper into your leg, and you buckle over, tumbling backwards down the stairs. You're a crumpled heap at the bottom of the stairs, bleeding, and you think your arm is broken in 2 places now. That didn't seem very friendly to me. Luckily for you, I'm very determined to make relationships work. Even one with people who flee simple furniture assembly projects. She stands over you. You attempt to pull the screwdriver out of your leg, but your entire body locks up. You can't move. She holds an outstretched hand just above you. You shouldn't try to move yet. And you certainly shouldn't try to pull out that screwdriver. You get blood everywhere. To my 3 little eyes, under the present conditions, It seems to me that only one of us should attempt walking up these stairs. You feel relieved. Perhaps she said she has some alien means of levitating you up the stairs. Wait, no. Your body is sensing up again. It's moving without your permission. You get to your feet without thinking it through that route. Wow, that hurts. What is what is she making you wait, what? She can't be. Use both of your arms and all of your strength and pick her up entirely. The pain from your arm is excruciating. Her arms with broken bones are not meant for heavy lifting. The additional weight on your wooden leg isn't great either. You hold her as a groom would hold a bride. She wraps her arms around your neck to hang on to you in what strikes you as an overly familiar manner. She looks directly into your eyes and grins. This is better. Now, onward and upward, new friend. Your legs begin to operate without your consent. They wobble and struggle up under the weight. The moment drops. You lumber back up the long flight of stairs, carrying her out of the way. You take her back to the kitchen and sat her down in a chair seated at a table. You didn't think I'd forget about dinner time, did you? Well, let's put your unfriendly behavior behind us. It's a good thing for you that I'm benevolent enough to overlook disgusting acts of betrayal. You may have noticed I keep several friends in my hive who I have similarly forgiven. Consider their transgression blood beneath the abattoir. I hope that's how I say it. I see that. You exhale. Now that you mention it, yes, you are hungry. Maybe a warm meal will lift your spirits and get this heretofore turbulent friendship back on track. Maybe you even get the chance to pull this screwdriver out of your leg. You pull out of the chair and attempt to sit down, but your legs lock up, and then you stand again. Apparently this was not the right thing to do. Oh, but why are you sitting? There's cooking to be done. You stagger mechanically over to the fridge and open it. You pull out a large hunk of some sort of alien mystery meat and put it on the counter. With your broken arm, you reach in anguish for a big dangling meat cleaver. You chop the hog, wincing with each swing of the cleaver. You place the sliced meat in a frying pan. Sear it lightly and serve it on a plate very rare, just the way your new friend likes it. You didn't know that's the way she likes it, but you surmise this is what she prefers in a piece of meat, since technically she is the one doing the cooking. Hi! I just got like through pretty much the entire route, mostly. Hi Mary. You put it on the table in front of her, along with a fork and knife beside it. Your muscles relax as you apparently are allowed to control your own body again. She does nothing, except for look at you with a pleased expression. You eye the meat in front of her, then the meat on the counter, and then the chair on the other side of the table. What should you do? Prepare a plate for yourself? Is that what she wants you to do? Well, it looks like you're confused. Isn't it obvious what to do next, under your own volition? A good friend would know what to do. In fact, I don't think a good friend would take nearly as long to decide what the right thing to do next is. It actually seems to me that a very rude friend would hesitate for as long as you are hesitating. Or perhaps someone who is not a friend at all. You begin to sweat again. You clearly don't have much time to make up your mind. If you wait for even a few seconds longer, you will probably be guilty for being a bad friend. Maybe even a dreadful one. That's not the type of person you like to think you are. What will you do? Feed her. This feels like the only obvious thing to do. She's looking up at you quite expectantly. You reach for the fork with your good arm. You go for the knife with your other. Ow. You can't do it. The arm is much less serviceable when the muscles are not being forced by a psychic override to disregard the pain response. Nevertheless, she looks at you patiently and smiles. That's nice of her, you think, not to be mad about it. You feel like you're growing closer to your new friend by the minute. You put the fork down and pick up the knife you're good on. You cut the meat into several pieces with a careful sawing motion. You put the knife down and pick up the fork and stab a piece. You put it close to her mouth. She seems pleased. Very nice. Very good. Nice technique. Well-sized morsels too. She chews the meat with excellent form. She has very good table manners, you think. When she finishes the pieces, you slice off some more and continue. The meat looks very good. Your mouth is watering, but she doesn't offer any. Oh well, when it's the right time for you to eat too, you're sure she will let you know. The meal is finished. There is no more meat, except for a few pieces of unchewable gristle, which you did not try to feed her. That would be thoughtless. Very bad service. She reclines and staples her fingers, looking quite pleased with how the evening has gone so far. You aren't sure why she's laughing. You do something funny. Oh my. What a fool. You point at yourself. Wonder if she's referring to you. You don't know what you've done that was foolish, if so. You're also still not sure what you find so amusing. Huh. She pauses a laugh for a minute or two, then slowly begins to frown. A faint blue tear rolls down her cheek from her bottom eye. The truth is, I don't even know why I'm laughing. This isn't very funny, what's happening here. It was a good dinner. You did a good job, whoever you are. She puts her face in both of her hands and sobs quietly. You have no idea what to do about this. You stand there, still holding the fork, feeling a bit useless. There's a lot of pressure, you know. Being so respected and admired for your high status in this world. I didn't ask for this, to be so superior to so many. Much is expected of you, much is presumed about what your personality will be, before you even develop one. You work hard and build a brand based only on what you think people assume you should be like. Sometimes I wonder, am I even that good at being sinister? Could I be more sinister if I tried harder? Maybe this is not my true calling after all. You begin to offer words of sympathy. This all seems heartbreaking to you, your poor new friend. But your jaw muscles contract and your mouth shuts involuntarily. You guess it's not your turn to speak yet? Okay, that works for you. You like to be a good listener to your friends. But what would happen if I changed my brand? If I stopped being so sinister online? My friends and followers will deride and reject me. And my superiors will eat me alive. If I show weakness, if I scale back on my bloodthirsty content, will I incur the scorn of a wise-ass clown with 100 million subscribers? Will I be in a cage someday listening to a fucking fool honk his horn for likes? No, I must persist. How lonely it is to know this is all I can do until the day I leave this planet. I have no material or sensory comforts left for me here. Until I can get on a ship and fly away, pain is my only solace. Your hand holding the fork grips you tighter. You're horrified to realize what it is in the process of doing. You bring it down hard on her hand, which is placed flat on the table. She doesn't flinch or react in any way. Three trails of cerulean blood flow from the tines where they pierce her skin. That was very friendly, you think, but then you weren't the one who did it, were you? You're so confused. My subscribers are not real friends. They adore me only for my sinister content, the show I provide, my wicked, infectious lust. I get jealous of them sometimes, because they get to watch my content. It must be so thrilling, I think, but maybe I'm just jealous of them because they get to be people who aren't me. This is fucking deep, I know. I apologize if you cannot relate. Sorry for trauma dumping. She just said that from out. She pulls the fork out of her hand and lays it gently on the plate of gristle until it feed her. The people downstairs in their cages aren't my friends either. They act like they're my friends though, and sometimes I even believe it. But they don't really want to be friends with me, and nobody does. The only person who has ever really wanted to be my friend, who's ever tried to be, is you. You clear your throat and point to yourself innocently. Me? Is it me? Yo, new channel name. That's cool. Silver Lamb. This is so cool. I hope your quesadilla is still tasty though. You clear your throat and point to yourself innocently. That's it. I've decided. You have passed the test. You will become my friend officially. As such, I think a reward is in order. You are overjoyed. Your heart starts racing. You can't believe it. A new real friend. But you don't have much time to enjoy the achievement. Your body's doing something again. You bend down in a strange motion and pick up the plate and fork. You position the plate over your wide open mouth and strip it all of the remaining gristle and begin chewing. It's virtually inedible. Your mouth humors the act of chewing for 2 seconds, and then you swallow all of it whole in one painful gulp. Tastes like friendship. Yippee! We did it! Well, that's one thing down the drain, so apparently we're not hungry anymore, I guess. But we still have a broken ribs, broken arm, and a screwdriver in the leg. So we gotta fix that somehow. We'll see if there's like plot continuity and this stays in. I don't know. Okay. Next, let's do demon this time. Demon. I don't know. The hot dog guy. Okay. Okay. Demon Zikali. I don't know. The Burb Cage. No longer Burb Cage. It's Ruber time now. Ruber take over. The Burb Cage? Yeah, I know her. She plays for the Lakers, right? Oh, my back hurts. Okay. Demon time. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, someone is approaching. A strange gray-skinned alien with a cozy looking vest. Perhaps they will make for a good friend. What's up? Oof. Hang on, sorry. I didn't get a good look at you before I started talking. I guess you're really weird looking. Kind of uncomfortable about this. Your stammering reply eventually conveys that you are a lost traveler who is hungry and probably needs some medical treatment. You're also really lonely and wouldn't mind making a new friend right about now. Hungry, huh? I see what your game is. You're unsure what he's talking about, then your eyes drift towards the obvious target, that exquisite hot dog he's holding. It looks really good. Your mouth is watering noticeably. Ah, no, I knew it. You're just like all the rest. Your agenda is to have to fuck. Your agenda is to have me relinquish my delicacy. Well, forget it. I've been tricked out of 2 other oblong meat products this week already. I know you probably think I'm an easy target, and an easy mark due to my blood color, but I still have some dignity at least. You don't know anything about his blood color, or why that would matter in this conversation about his hot dog. You're hungry, sure, but you didn't mean to get some crackling. Gaze at his meal. All you really want to do is all you really want okay, is to do is make a new buddy, so you don't feel quite so alone in this strange new world. I see. You just wanted a friend and not my sweet meal. Sorry, I get a little paranoid when I walk around with such delicacies in public. You can't be too careful. Folks tend to get that greedy look in their eyes around my warm sausage. Okay, that was funny. That's good dialogue. These are odd ways to express the things he's saying, you think, but it wouldn't be rude to point that out. But it would be rude to point that out. Probably best to change the subject, to get this blossoming friendship moving on in the right direction. Okay, saving time. I'm gonna save over this one, yeah. Okay. No, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. That's probably the option where he ditches me. So I'm gonna go ask him who lives nearby. Yeah, or I used to, I mean. My place was bought by John a while ago. I don't have a hive, but I'm making it work out here. Foraging for tasty things when I can. I've gotten pretty good at it. Talking people into giving me meat products, I mean. You quickly feel a sense of pity for your new friend. You thought you had it rough. Crash landing here, hungry and friendless. And come to think of it, feels like your arm is broken? Your arm is too, maybe. But enough self-pity. This is about making a new great friend. Ask your friend if there's anything you can do to improve his life. Oh wait, are we friends now? Like, is that official? Man, I don't know. Why don't we slow down a bit, see how things go? Not saying it's out of question, I just think I should take some time to see if you're actually friendship material. Someone I trust you now, not just another looky little gunny for my delicacy. Oh damn, you got out over your skins again. Of course he's right. This is totally reasonable. You feel sure you can do what it takes to win him over. You make a mental note to avoid looking at or mentioning his hot dog. It seems to be such a sensitive subject. You do everything in your power to avert your gaze from the hot dog. You are aggressively not looking at it, in fact. Don't think hot dog dogs. It's working. You aren't thinking about hot dogs at all. It's like he isn't even holding one. And no one ever brought up the fact that hot dogs exist. He seems to notice, on some primal level, your current non-hot dog mindset. He smiles. You pay closer attention to the boy's face. It's a nice smile he has, actually. Very kind, disarming, a few freckles here and there. A mop of messy head wrapped over his eyes. What a nice friend this would be to have, you think. He's kind of adorable, really, if you disregard the prickly attitude about his hot dog. Okay, wait a minute. You don't want to start thinking about thoughts that are too friendly. You should dial this down a little. Stick to the basics. You just want a cool little friend, nothing more. You should try to spark up some non-meat related conversation too, soon, before things get awkward. What about his house? You got bombed? Yeah, you know, routine drones pass through my hood. A little bombing, a little culling. That's how it goes around here. I was a lucky one. My list says not so much. He's a goner. You don't know what a Lucius is, but you can do towards someone important to him. You probably die in the bombing. Rather than overwhelm him with annoying questions about his culture, you decide the right place to show some sympathy. Thanks. I miss him. Sometimes I think. I enjoy savory bun delights as a way of covering up the pain. They're so good though, it's hard to stop. I was my favorite to juicy meats before he died anyway. It's something we did together. How do we start talking about the hot dog once more? Let's drop it. Please do. Don't bring it up again. You didn't bring it up. You don't want to correct him. The boy is clearly grieving. You see two faint red tears roll down his cheeks from behind the messy bangs. Your heart can't take it. You have to console this homeless boy somehow. Then he'll definitely be your friend. But what to do? Save again. I pat on the back. Yeah, sure. You keep it simple. You pat him on the back a couple times. Everything's going to be okay. If you're his new friend, or at least working toward earning that status, he has a new ally to help him with whatever comes his way. He wipes his tears and appears to get himself back together. Your friendly gesture works. You're right, I shouldn't let the past get me down. In a way, I'm free. I'm off the grid. If I only think I died. No need to worry about knocking on my door because I don't have a door anymore. Maybe I can live off the land for the rest of my life. Scrounging for sumptuous indulgences, whatever I may find them. By rummaging through awful drams or smooth talking the right mark. Sounds like a life, honestly. I'll miss my losses, but I think he will be proud of me. If I can make it without him, I can survive on my own. I know he will be proud. Maybe I don't even need to leave the planet. Maybe I can avoid taking the ordeal altogether. I can't dash who you can't. Can't dash who you can't find. If I play my cards right, I can probably live to ripe old age on this planet without getting caught. Like hiding alleys and sewers, scraping together just enough succulent protein to keep myself going. Honestly, I don't even need to get by that long, since I have a much shorter lifespan than most trolls. So I think I might just be able to make this work. Look confused at the last remark, but again, don't want to be polite. He holds up his hand as if to tell you not to bother. I can tell you nothing here. It's okay. Rustbloods don't live a long time. Blood classes higher than me live progressively longer the higher you go up. Sea dwellers live basically forever. It's kinda crazy and seems unfair, but that's just how it is. I'd be jealous of them, but I think I'm not. I'm most grateful I don't have very long to make it in this world. I don't know why I'd do if I had longer. I'm happy to settle into a short night ride, keep a low profile, taking some good meat along the way. Don't say it like that, man. Nothing wrong with that life, if you ask me. You're underage. Don't say that. You understand, it seems like a tragic story, but if your friend has made peace with his destiny, you might as well too. You offer a sympathetic shrug, and continue your impressive streak of consecutive seconds not looking at his hot dog at all. He smiles again. He seems to be relaxing, ripping the dog a little less tightly. That's good. You know, you're good at listening. Not many people understand me at all. A lot of people find my overly possessive attitude toward meaty delight to be strange and off-putting. I've heard this more than once and lost some friends that way. There are some past personal dramas I do not want to think about, let me tell you. But you're different. Maybe you put me at ease because it's obvious you're even lower than me? No bet, but you are. Drones will vaporize a homeless goof like you, no question asked. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. You laughed it off. You're not scared, you say. You survived voice. You pat your broken ribs and wince. You clutch your sore rib and broken arm. And wince even harder because of that. Oh man, looks like that arm's hurt, huh? Guess it's broken. Let's see what we can do about that. Here, hold this a second. He hands you his hot dog without hesitation. Oh wow, he wants you to hold it? This is such a remarkable gesture of trust. You're overwhelmed. You gingerly take the hot dog with your good arm, being very careful. You hold the hot dog from beneath with your fingertips, as if it's a priceless, delicate treasure. He takes off his vest and puts it on the ground. Then he takes off his shirt. You rub your eyes for a moment, then realize that's silly. Nothing particularly indecent about this, I suppose. If he's comfortable, so are you. Then he puts his vest back on, takes the hot dog back for you, and hands you the shirt. Here, make his leg out of it. That should help. It's right, it does help. The broken arm is a lot more comfortable and secure. The shirt smells like meat too. You can tell if you think that's a bonus, or if that's weird. You decide it's a bonus. This is your new friend. He loves meat, and so do you. It's a great and common interest, in fact. Nice. You know, I think we make a pretty good team. I don't know if I'm ready to officially call you my friend yet, but it may be getting close. You're pushing on the right buttons, man. Just be someone who listens and understands. You have no idea how much that means to me. You're so happy to hear this. It makes your heart sting. Heart sing. Well, if you keep me totally real, some of these things he's saying are just a little strange. Like, maybe this boy wasn't really socialized properly by his losers, you guess? You think that might be his dad, but again, you don't dare to ask. Not when the positive feelings are flowing like this. Why could they move? He gets a little closer and swoops a hand through his thick black bangs. For the briefest moment, you catch a glimpse of one of his eyes. Regarding you fondly, your heart beats a little faster. He puts a hand on your shoulder. You're starting to wonder if all he's interested in is friendship? You hope that's all he wants. You don't think you're ready for anything more than that. You're desperate for friendship, or really companionship of any sort, but that's moving pretty fast for you. But you're too nervous to make your feelings clear on all this. If he goes any further, you're not sure if you'll have the will to protest. Listen dude, this gorgeous reproduct you both admire. I'm thinking, maybe we share it. I think that sounds pretty good actually. Oh my, yes, that sounds wonderful. You're so hungry, and you're beside yourself with gratitude that demon is willing to share with you something so precious to him. It really means a lot. Here, I have an idea. He brings his face close to yours. He holds the hot dog up between your faces. The both ends of the dog pointed to his mouth and yours. You're not sure what he wants you to do? You can't find the breath to ask it. It seems like he wants you to eat a dog for him, Lady and the Tramp style. Yes, if pressed on it, you'd agree the act is uncomfortable, oh my god, uncomfortably erotic. Holy shit. Yeah, I didn't know this happened. I mean, I guess it's nice to know that the MSBA reader is pansexual. But you have to admit it is a good way to share food items, while ensuring it gets split about evenly. Oh yeah, non-binary also, that's really cool. MSBA reader, my beloved. Are they a care patient? Like, I don't know, I'm not sure. I think they are, I'm not sure. I don't think they are. I mean, care patient, yeah. Care patients bleed red and stuff. MSBA reader after that, but like, MSBA reader is a stick figure thing. Care patients have thicker limbs, pretty much. Has it ever been explained before? I don't think it has. Like what exactly they are, but yeah. And you absolutely love the idea of letting a friend down. It's completely at odds with your values as a person. You jump down on your end of the hot dog as he does with his end simultaneously. Holy shit, that is so good. You take another bite, and he times his bite perfectly. He's eerily good at this game. He's throwing you off your chewing a bit, which makes you cough a little when you swallow. But you don't feel like you can pause without breaking eating rhythm with him. Might be what a bad friend would do. Keep going without really quite swallowing as you go. You get closer to his face, which is creating even a situation you aren't sure how you're going to handle. You haven't planned for it, and it's coming up fast. Your hot dog backlog collecting your throat is getting a bit too heavy, so you try to swallow, but you can't. You gag and cough up all the chewed hot dog matter explosively into his face. He recoils, absolutely stunned. His bangs are blown back, and he's staring at you with wide eyes. Hot dog and bun bites are all over his face. He says nothing for a moment, then puts his hand to his throat. Oh fuck, he's choking. He points at his mouth desperately. You need to do something. The Heimlich. I don't know how to say that. The whatever. Of course. That's what you need to do. You need to save your friend's life. You got behind him and put your good arm around his belly and form a fist. You plunge the fist in under his ribs, trying to dislodge his masticated delicacy. It's no use. You can't get any leverage. You need your other arm. It really hurts though. You have to make this sacrifice for your friend. Yes, a friend who may have just tried to trick you into kissing him with a silly hot dog stunt. You're not sure how you navigate that tricky subject once he's breathing again, but you have to deal with that later. Right now, you have a life to save. You pull a broken arm out of a sling and grab your other fist in front of his belly and squeeze. You try and try and try. His face is turning, well, not blue, deep red? You guess cause his blood is rust colored. Sure, that makes sense. You yank one more time, your broken arm throbbing in pain. A huge gob of chewed hot dog launches out of his mouth like a cannonball, and the explosion creates enough force in the other direction. It causes you to actually lift him up into the air and accidentally suplex him into the mud behind you. You in turn go tumbling over him, and the two of you are soon locked into an inseparable pinwheel of interspecies downhill mayhem. You roll and roll down the grassy incline toward a nearby neighborhood, toward the street. Luckily, you stop just short of the street, but Demon's neck lands right on the sharp edge of the curb, and after flipping in the air once or twice, you come down right on his face with your big ass. You hear a crack. Demon? He's left you shaking a little, no response. He's not breathing. You check his mouth. Mouth roast is clear of hot dog grease. Oh god. This can't be happening. You look around panic. This isn't what you need right now. All you wanted was a friend. You can't be held responsible for alien murder. You have to hide the body. You see a couple kids creeping out of nearby houses to see what all the commotion is. There's no time. You got to find a bush or something. It was an accident, I swear. I did it with my big ass. There, over there. Looks like a little alien bushy thing. It's pretty small. What do you have to do? You drag the vested, shirtless carcass over to the bush. You dump the body in the bush and it's really not convincing. It looks like a dead kid was unceremoniously dropped on top of a small bush in a poor attempt to conceal a murder. You got to come up with a better... Wait a minute. Someone is standing behind you. Hello, stranger. Don't worry about this little mess you've made. I'll take care of it for you. I can't believe this actually happened. I guess I kill him. Okay. I really didn't expect that to happen in the end of that route. Okay. I'm gonna go with this. Okay. Ask if you can have a bite of his hot dog. It looks amazing. Forget it. I'm leaving forever. Bye. Yeah, I was expecting that. Okay. Hug then. Give him a reassuring hug. You open your arms and approach him with a posture of great compassion. You furrow your brow upwardly a bit, as if you say, I know how hard it is. You advance, and he leans backward a little, as if caught off guard by your sympathy. Maybe you come on too strong, but you know there's no turning back now. You don't just throw the brakes on an imminent heartfelt hug like this. You embrace him awkwardly, and it goes well for a second, until you realize your arm is broken, and it seizes up flexibly in pain. He jostles the hot dog in his hand, and he bubbles it. You both gasp. You try to detach with the hug so you can catch the dog, but it's already on its way to the ground. In your attempt to save it, you stagger backwards and slip. The hot dog gets smushed into your big dumb ass the moment it makes contact with the ground. Demon lets out a shriek. No! Aw, you my dog! You're my dog! You scramble to get up in time, hoping you're not as old as it looks. But your feet keep slipping and your butt keeps grinding the hot dog into the mud. When the carnage finally subsides, you roll over and check it out. It's completely unsalvageable. Just a gross meaty mud mash, like the hot dog never even existed. Jimmy howls in agony and slumps backwards against the tree. Oh no, you fucked this up so bad. That's it, man. I've lost everything. Not sure what the point is of even living anymore. You're absolutely mortified by your clumsiness and foolishness. You have a feeling you'll be thinking about this moment for years to come. You're those insecure moments when your mind seems to be looking for any excuse to make yourself cringe with self-doubt and shame. Still, you can't help but feel this guy is being a little unreasonable. It's just one hot dog. There are probably plenty more of them to come by, but those who know where to look in this strange world. He himself said he makes a habit of enjoying these, so they can't be all that uncommon. Maybe he just has an unusual psychological disorder surrounding a fixation on this particular food item? Yes, that could be it. Poor guy. This just means he needs your support as a friend out the north. You won't give up on your friends. Or, for that matter, people who you're trying desperately to become friends with. That just isn't who you are as a person. You have an idea. You run it by him with a sense of optimism and salesmanship. The past is behind you. There is no need to wallow in self-incrimination and guilt over the hot dog incident. Demon pricks up a little. You want to have me get another hot dog? Absolutely. It could be a fun adventure, you say. Something to bond over, to bring two new bodies close together. Okay, you don't say that out loud, but you really hope it's true. I don't know. Could be a long shot. Sometimes it can be days before I am united with another plump treat. Listening with respiration. Steaming, relaxing comfortability in a soft mouth in your mouth below. Damn, now you really want a hot dog. Guess I don't have much choice to take what fun on your offer, do I? What do you have in mind? It's a good question. You haven't made a plan yet, and frankly, you don't even know what to begin it with. But he's interested in spending more time with you, which is the most important thing. You figured something out. You decide the display of confidence is called for here. A real show of leadership to improve morale. You smile, hold your head up high, and tell him to follow you. You know exactly what to do. Well, not really, but you give no indication of that at all. He's definitely intrigued. You've got him booked now, you think. He's probably wondering if he hit pay dirt. Find a new friend with the hot dog hookup. Okay, are you going to sleep or just lay down, you know? I might probably gonna stream tomorrow and do another chapter. But like, ending this route, I'm gonna finish the stream. I should upload that as a VOD to my channel, honestly. Maybe I'll do that. Of course, you don't have the slightest idea what to find a hot dog, but you captured me, admit. You're enjoying the feeling of being important and valued by a potential friend. You don't want to do anything underhanded, yet you can't help but feel you should probably milk this social gambit for all it's worth. This way, you say, as you begin walking comfortably in a random direction. He obediently follows and begins rubbing his stomach. Beginning to feel nervous almost immediately. You have absolutely no idea how this is going to pay out, or if it stands any chance of resulting in a hot dog at the end of the journey. Oh well, you figured something out along the way. You lead him through streets and winding down and winding through the yard of strange-looking houses, and he follows. He takes care to make sure you are both not seen, which could get you both in trouble, apparently. The improvised sea creature's route appears to provoke his suspicion. Dude, are you sure you know where a dog is? It's just like maybe you're lost. Oh, absolutely. You're absolutely sure you know where to find one, you say. You just throw anyone off the trail. You might have been following you. He nods solemnly, as if that makes perfect sense. Ooh. But you can't keep him guessing like this forever. You've got to do something. Take some bold action to keep his interest in swing quest. You say, this way, down here. This is a shortcut to the hot dog supply you're privy to. Some other loads. In the sewer? Yes, totally. It's just a short trek through the sewer. Shouldn't be more than another hour or several of sewer trudging. That is, if he still has the will to do what it takes to get his hands on one of your juicy dogs. Oh hell yeah, you know it. After you, man. An hour later, you're so deep in the sewer you've lost all bearings and sense of direction. You could be anywhere by now. You're taking so many crazy turns. Still, you don't let up for a second that you lost. You made each turn with decisive conviction. He's still following you, but now he's having trouble keeping up. He's out of breath and struggling with the foul smell. Can't say you enjoy it much either, but you can't let on to the fact that what you're doing now is anything other than the most casual routine for you. Like you do this every day. It's a quick jaunt through the sewer to hit up this vast mythical trove of meat products. Okay, when you put it that way, maybe this all sounds a bit insane. Still, you're in too deep to second guess yourself now. Hey, I gotta stop and rest. I can't lie, I'm starving for the heavenly fuck fur. But this might be too much for me. I don't think I'm cut out for this. You pause and look back. You're sitting down now, slumping against a filthy silver wall. You're intensely relieved to see you may have just won the impromptu game of silver hot dog chicken. But more importantly than that, this looks like an ideal time to show some sympathy and have a bonding moment with your would-be friend. You sit next to him, and with your broken arm, put a hand on his knee in a platonic but deeply understanding way. Your arm hurts when you do this, but it's worth it. Every single gesture counts by making a new friend. I gotta suck. Mother is gone. I don't have any skills, and most people think I'm weird for like a hot dog so much. I'm probably just going to get killed. I'm not good at going on adventures or doing anything hard. I'm good at it finding on an easy meal here and there, however I can get it. I like talking people out of the fine sausages done in tricks or other places which end up losing me friends. It's been unthinkable that anyone would actually want to do anything nice for me, or want me to have that sweet meat I desire. At least it wasn't thinkable until now. Your heart being erased. Is this shitty improvised sewer escapade actually working? You can't believe it. Nobody's ever done so much or worked so hard to try to get my hands on another magnificent banger. Sorry for being emotional, but like, this is new for me. I don't know how to handle it. I'm just so grateful. I've been thrilled to call you a friend, man. Whatever you are. You're overjoyed. Unbelievable. It's almost too good to be true. What now? It's such a sudden turn of fortune. You hardly know what to do. Should you hug the guy? Last time, that didn't go so well. But this time he's not holding a hot dog with clumsily defiled. So maybe this is your moment. Wait. What's that? A deep rumbling sound began to echo through the tunnels. Oh shit, they found us. It's a drone, dude. I guess on like silver duty? We gotta run. He gets up, grabs your hand, and sprints. He's a lot faster than he looks. and motivated to get moving. He turns his way and that as the rumbling gets closer. But he slips on something and you both tumble into a river of horrific sludge. Bro, I can't swim, help! Gilberto finds pushes on the ledge, and through his nose very painful, you heroically salvage your friend from the muck with the other arm. He coughs and gasps for breath. You find a nearby ladder, shove him upward until he starts climbing on his own, and follow him. You burst through a lid in the floor, and you both flop out in the hole, drenched in filth, smelling horrible and completely exhausted. But at least you're safe, you think. Hey man, I just wanted you to know, even though we didn't find the glorious treasure you were leading us to, I'm happy how it all turned out. Maybe I don't need hot dogs in my life as much as I thought. Maybe that's not the real treasure after all. It's been a journey for me, let me tell you. I'm learning so much about myself, about life, because of you. His bushy hair is licked back from his eyes into the sludge. He's giving you a penetrating, soulful glare, or presumably pure friendship. Or is it even deeper than that? Wow, this is intense. Then something catches your eye. Just above him, something dangling. Lots of dangling things actually. Come to think of it, it's really cold in here. Freezing in fact. You finally realize, holy shit, you're in a weird alien meat locker. You're absolutely surrounded by dangling meat products, including many sausages, thousands of them. You begin to sob. Your sobbing turns to unrestrained wailing of raw catharsis. He joins you, and the tears flow freely from you both. You embrace each other and let it all out. Suddenly it hits you, both of you. This is by far the happiest day of your life. Let's go! Let's fucking go! Oh yeah, man. I can see some stray pixels in that CG, but okay. Yippee! I don't think I. Okay, yeah, I did both of those. Oh my god, that's almost an hour and a half for both characters and their routes. That's good. This is a good game. I fucking love this game. Holy shit, the writing is really good. I'm gonna close the stream now because it's midnight, almost 1 a.m. I gotta go to bed, man. But this is so good. This is really good. I'm gonna keep doing Friendsim and hopefully pass the quest in the future. But I'm probably gonna do chapter 2 tomorrow because this was really good. I'm enjoying this, and having a good time voicing the characters and stuff. And I hope you guys are enjoying the stream too. And I hope that you will enjoy the other streams that I'm gonna make. And I'm gonna this stream is gonna be up on my channel for a little bit, for a few days. I'm gonna download it and upload it to my YouTube channel as a VOD, so we don't actually lose it like I've been doing, because I am a little bit dumb. But I don't know how to work Twitch completely yet, but I'm learning every day. So thank you for watching, thank you for joining me at this stream, thank you all, thank you Robert, thank you for the raid, thank you so much. Thank you Trample Snake System for showing up, and I am a kitty, and Hades, and all of you, thank you so much for showing up, thank you for following me. Yeah, and that's it. I hope you all have a good night and rest well.